Hi, this is Anastasia here with a yoga flow practice for you. Today we're going to focus on working up to one of our quintessential yoga postures, tree pose, Vrksasana. So I really like to take us through specific practices working up to a particular pose sometimes. So this week we'll work up to a quintessential one leg balance, that being tree pose. And next week we'll be working into a quintessential arm balance. Following week, a back bend, and after that, an inversion. So just so you have some things to look forward to. Find your comfortable seated position in your peaceful space. You don't have to be crossed-legged. Sit up nice and tall. Stack your vertebra one on top of the other, crown of your head reaching up to the ceiling. Maybe you turn your palms upward. Give your shoulders a big roll up to your ears and down and back. Nice open space in your chest to receive your breath. Feel free to close your eyes and begin to move your breath in and out your nose only. Long, slow inhales, filling up your chest cavity and abdomen completely with air. And full exhales, pushing out every drop of that breath. With your next few inhales, take a little inventory of your body, noting how all the different parts of it are feeling today. If any part of it is in need of some extra care or attention, just make a mental note of it so that you can do so throughout our practice. With your next few exhales, let go of your day. Anything you've already done, whatever you have left to do, anything troubling your mind or your spirit, just drifting away. With your body and mind connected in this space, please silently set an intention for your practice. It could be something physical, like finding better balance, or something mental, like finding a peaceful headspace. Set yours silently now. Maintain this nasal breath throughout our practice, and you're welcome to have your eyes closed at any time. Just be aware that this can affect your balance. We'll begin to move. Big inhale, reaching the arms, looking toward the fingertips. Exhale, palms and chin toward heart center. Follow your breath. As you inhale and exhale, know that we never have to move in unison. And you can always move at a range of motion that works best for you. Once your palms and chin reach your chest again, keep those shoulders down and back, chin toward chest. Rest your hands in your lap. You're still in a comfortable seated position. Roll your right ear toward your right shoulder. Keep those shoulders down. If you want this to feel a little more intense, you could take that right hand to the side of your head and or reach those left fingertips out to the side. Release your head, roll your chin toward your chest. Left ear moves toward the left shoulder. Keeping that nice big space. Still, shoulders down. If you want a little extra, left hand to side of your head, and maybe those right fingertips reach. Release your head, roll your chin toward your chest, and lift your face. So now we're going to take a single leg stretch. We're going to work into that Yeshushasana again this week. Your left heel is going to come up to your groin as far as it can. Your right toes flexed up toward the ceiling. Maybe about a 90-degree angle between your femurs. Take a big inhale, lift. Exhale, turn the body. We're going to float directly over that leg. Relax your head and neck. Maybe you grab on somewhere, stretching your toes, stretching your head in the direction of your toes. As we work into our one leg balance of tree pose or Vrksasana, we'll look to mobilize the hip and the knee, and also to work the core as our core muscles participate big time with our balances. Go ahead and release. We're going to bring that right leg straight forward now. And that left leg, we're going to lift into a cradle pose. So you're just grabbing onto that leg, bring the knee into the crook of the elbow, and sit up tall. Move your shoulders away from your earlobes, and you can rock side to side. You could move that foot up and down. So this, yes, stretches the hip a lot, but it does also help the flexibility of that knee joint. So it's not just our muscles that have flexibility. Our joints have mobility, their own kind of flexibility, and we'll work to mobilize. This practice, all other practices, help with mobilizing those joints too. Go ahead and release that leg, stretch it out long. I'm going to angle just a little bit so you can see my body a little better. Bend your knees. We're going to sit up tall. Reach your arms forward. Keeping your spine nice and straight, you're going to lean back. This is your boat pose. Navasana. You're going to lean back far enough you can feel those core muscles engaging. If you want it a little tougher, you'll raise your right leg. You want it a little tougher than that, raise the left too. And if you want it tougher than that, you can stretch your legs long, pull your shoulders back. Breathe, 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 and release it down. I'm going to have you flex your toes up toward the ceiling. We'll take a big inhale, lift, and exhale, twist to your right. You can use your hand to apply some pressure on your leg to twist a little further. Every inhale, we're going to sit a little taller. Every exhale, twist a little more. Next inhale, we lift, and exhale, twist to your left. Maybe you got some little cracks out of your spine. I know I just got several on each side, which felt pretty nice. I hope this feels good for you too. And inhale, lift. Exhale, palms to your heart. And we'll come to our other side with our Yeshushasana. Your right heel comes as far up into the groin as it can come. Left toes flexed up to the ceiling, about a 90-degree angle with your femurs. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, turn the body and float directly over the leg. Maybe you grab on and imagine the top of your head shooting beyond your toes. Keep your sitting bones connected to your mat. Inhale and exhale, release. We'll bring that left leg directly in front, and we'll pick up that right leg, bringing the knee into the crook of the elbow, sitting tall, shoulders away from the ears. So you could hold on to that foot. If your hip is really flexible, you might be able to put the foot in the crook of the other elbow. Today, mine is not. So I'm gonna keep it in my hand. We can rock side to side, we can lift up and down, whatever feels good. Just keep those shoulders far from the earlobes. And that's a good thing to recognize, that our body is going to feel different one day to the next, 1 week to the next, even one part of the day to another part of the day. So we just accept that without applying any judgments to it. If you're feeling more flexible than you did last week, that's great. If you feel a little more stiff, that's okay too. Let's let go of that leg. We'll stretch those legs long. I'll turn my body to the side a little bit to make the boat pose a little easier to see. Bend your knees, shoulders move down and back, straight spine. Lean back, feel those abdominal muscles working. If you want to, you can lift just the left leg. If you want to, the right one too. If you want to, you can extend both. Keep pulling your shoulders back. Continue to breathe in and out the nose. Breathe, breathe, and release. Flex your feet, sit tall. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist to your left first this time. And next, inhale, lift. And exhale, twist to your right. Shoulders away from those ears, maybe finding a little more mobility in the spine. And inhale, lift. Exhale, palms to your heart. Let's go ahead and move on to our hands and knees. I'm going to move a little further away just so you'll be able to see my whole body. Wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips, tops of the feet relaxed behind you. Feel free to come to your fists. If your wrists need more support, this also takes stress away from the shoulder. And if your knees need more cushion, feel free to grab a towel, an extra towel, or even create a fold in your mat. And feel really nice. Inhaling and exhaling through cat-cow. Inhale, face and hips lift, belly drops. Exhale to round, drawing your navel up and in. Follow your breath as you inhale and exhale. Really articulating the spine. After your next exhale, find neutral spine. You're neither arched nor rounded. Your belly is lifting. Your gaze is just beyond your fingertips. Spread your fingers wide, index fingers forward. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips back and up to find our first downward facing dog. We want to envision that our body comes into the shape of an upside down V, as in victory, rather than a U shape. So we're really pressing the chest back toward the thighs, looking through the legs. Feel free to pedal through your feet, wiggle your hips, do what feels good. Maybe raise up and down on the toes. And I'm really crunchy today. Even my feet are crunching. Go ahead and drop onto your knees. Take them as wide as you would like. Big toes come together behind you. Hips move back toward your heels. Your forehead comes down to your mat. Arms can reach forward in child's pose. They can come behind your head or around your legs. And since we're working on bringing more flexion to the knees, we will encourage those hips to move toward the heels. Your booty might be a little higher in the air, but we'll keep encouraging it gently to move back and increase that flexion in the knee. You can come to this child's pose at any time you want for a rest. If something's not working for you or you just need a break, you can come here. Come up to all fours. Spread your fingers wide, index fingers forward. Tuck your toes. Lift back and up to your downward facing dog. Press your chest back. Look through your legs. Again, you can pedal or wiggle. Inhale, look forward, and we exhale slowly to walk the feet up to the hands. They're somewhat separated as we melt into forward fold. Top of the head draws toward the mat. Shake it yes and no. Make sure it's dangling heavy like a bowling ball from a string. Grasp your elbows if you'd like and rock or sway. Let go your elbows, soften your knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. You could support on the thighs if you need. Until you're all the way up. Give your shoulders a big roll up to your ears and down and back. Abdomen and tailbone squeezed tight in your mountain pose Tadasana. This is also a very nice place to come as a rest if you need it at any time. Moving through our sun salutations. Nefertiti keeps coming to say hi. She must want to do the yoga today as well. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Relax your head and neck. Inhale, half lift. Look forward, flatten your back. Touch your shins, the thighs, or the floor. Exhale, hands come down. Walk, step, or jump to your plank. Now we can move in this plank, this nice strong core exercise, from the toes or the knees if your back or shoulders need more support. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Elbows are very close as you float down. We release all the way down, and let's find Sphinx. We're going to work into our back bends a little gently today. So our forearms are on the floor, sternum is reaching forward, shoulders and earlobes far apart. You could squeeze your glutes, it's your butt cheeks, to take pressure away from your spine, or you can relax the glutes to intentionally feel the extension more. Release down, plant your hands, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Release and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. And again, we inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Relax your head and neck. Inhale, half lift, look forward, flatten your back. Exhale, hands come down, walk, step, or jump to your plank. Inhale at the top, toes or knees. Exhale, chaturanga, float down with control, elbows stay close to your body, feel those arms working. Untuck your toes, you can find your Sphinx, or Keep your elbows close to your body and lift your torso, your lobes and shoulders far apart for Cobra. Whatever feels best for you. Release it down. Plant your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift back and up to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Release and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, look forward, flatten your back. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to your plank. Inhale at the top, knees or toes. Exhale, chaturanga, float it down. If you would like, Sphinx, Cobra, or scoop forward onto your palms and tops of the feet for upward facing dog. Earlobes and shoulders are still far apart. Release down when you're ready. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Release and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. Pausing here for a moment. Thumbs at your sternum. Feel your heart beating maybe a little faster than it was before. Abs and glutes are pulled tight. Come back to your breath. Make sure it's moving in and out your nose only. Remind yourself of your intention. Coming into our next flow, our next vinyasa. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees enough that you can step back to your knees. From here, we're going to take some more core work from all fours. Stretch your right leg behind you. Big stretch. You can flex your foot or point your toes, whatever you prefer. You want to keep that navel lifting up to the spine. Make sure you're not dumping out into the hip. From here, reach your left arm. Opposite arm and leg reaching. Breathe, 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 and release. From here, spread your fingers wide, index fingers forward, tuck your toes, lift back and up into downward facing dog. Again, your right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Find that nice stretch in the back of your left leg. Now we just lifted that right leg from all fours. If for any reason you prefer to do that instead of downward facing dog, you can. And to inhale, exhale, drive that right knee forward, step between your hands. Give that foot some help if it needs it. Back foot spins flat and you can stagger it wider if you need to as we stand up for Warrior One. Now bring your hands to your hips. I want you to send those hips to look forward like the headlights of a car. You could be sitting really low and very long in your stance, or you could be smaller in your stance. Please do what's best for your body. I tend to try to exaggerate our postures. When you feel like those hips are looking forward pretty well, let's bring those hands through the heart and up overhead. You could also leave your arms down if that felt better. That is totally fine. Extend the front leg, we inhale. Exhale, we open up, bending into that front knee again, and line it up with your back instep. We reach long into warrior two. So now the hips are facing out. Bring your drishti or gaze to your front finger. Sitting down only as deeply into this posture as you wish. Inhale, extend the leg. We're going to place the back hand on the thigh, reverse the front palm, straight leg, reverse warrior. So we're just giving that front leg a bit of a break. If you'd like to keep it bent, you could. You can look at that front palm or you can look at the back hand. Just a gentle little back bend here. Now we're going to transition into warrior three. We're going to take this transition slowly here, and we'll take it more quickly our second time through. So we're going to bend into that front knee. We're going to reach the arms, coming back through that warrior two. I'm going to turn my back toes. We're going to take an airplane version of warrior three. So I'm going to have you reach your arms back, and as we shift the weight onto that front leg, we're going to try to lift the back leg. Try to keep your hips square to the floor and continue to breathe, 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 and release it down. And we find hands and knees again. So as we move through a balance like that and a flow like that, where maybe the heart rate gets up, just recognize that that's normal. And if your balance was not so balanced there in your warrior three, if you were wobbly or you fell out of that posture a little bit, that's okay. When we challenge the balance, we should feel wobbly. That's where we're going to find the opportunity to improve. So now you're going to extend that left leg behind you. Lift the belly. Make sure you're not dumping out into the right hip. Gaze is just beyond the fingertips. When you're ready, right arm reaches. And release. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes, lift back and up, downward facing dog. Again, you could be on all fours here. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale, left knee comes forward. Stepping between the hands, give it help if it needs it. Back foot spins flat, and we stand up for warrior one, Vrksasana one. So you can be sitting down as low as you wish, as wide or as narrow as you wish, but try to get those hips to look forward. Bring your hands to your heart, and we'll reach those arms. Inhale, extend. Exhale, sit into warrior two. Front heel lining up with your back instep. Reach long. Squeeze the abs and glutes tight. Drishti or gaze over your front middle finger. Extend your legs. Front palm reverses, back palm touches the thigh. Extended leg, reverse warrior. You can look at that palm or look at your back hand, whatever works for you. Bend your front knee, come back to warrior two. Back foot spins. We're going to bring those arms back for that airplane arm for our warrior three. As we shift forward, we're going to try to lift that back leg. If you need to leave your toes down, you can. Try to square those hips to the floor. Try to lift that leg higher. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, and release it down. Find your child's pose. Take your knees wide, sit back. You can stretch your arms long. You can bring them behind your head or around your legs. Now while you rest, and bring your focus back to your breath and your intention, I want to talk to you about balancing on one leg. So, a couple of things to note before we come through that vinyasa again. You can stand on a very straight leg, so where we're not bending the knee at all. Now, if I'm balancing on that straight leg, I gotta squeeze and lift all of my quadricep muscles to take pressure away from the knee. So that helps the knee be safe. Or I can stand on that little bit of a soft knee where we've got the opportunity to negotiate the balance and protect that knee from hyperextension. We'll come back to all fours. From here, you're going to stretch that right leg behind you. Squeeze your abs tight. Make sure you're not dumping out into that hip. Reach your left arm. You can balance here or come through 5 Yogi Crunches. We inhale, exhale. Elbow, knee, and nose come toward one another. Inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch. Follow your breath. And notice how even here, we're working on balance and stability. After your last one, inhale, reach. And exhale, lower down. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes, lift back and up into downward facing dog. And of course, you can be on all fours again. Right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Big inhale, big exhale, right foot steps forward between your hands. Give it help if it needs it. Back foot spins flat, wide, or narrow, and we stand up for warrior one. Maybe bringing those arms directly overhead. Get those hips squaring forward and breathe. Breathe. Always in and out the nose. Next inhale, extend the front knee. Exhale, sit down, warrior two. Pull in nice and tight. Reach long, drishti or gaze over your front middle finger. Extend your front knee. Reverse that front palm. Extended reverse warrior. Gazing where it works for your neck. Bend into your front knee, reach back into your warrior two. And now we're going to spin it forward. Spin onto those back toes, reach your arms, and we launch into warrior three. Square those hips toward the floor. Using those airplane arms takes a little stress off the shoulder. Standing on that soft knee or straightening and lifting the quad. Inhale and exhale, float it down to hands and knees. That one always gets my heart rate up. So it becomes a little harder with that heart rate up to continue moving the breath in and out the nose only. So just a challenge for us, one way for us to improve our lung capacity and our cardiovascular health. Keeping that belly lifted, extend your left leg behind you. Flex the foot. Right arm reaches. You can stay here or 5 Yogi Crunches where we inhale. Exhale, round, drawing elbow, nose, and knee together. Follow your breath. Next inhale, reach, and exhale, float it down. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes, lift back and up, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Big inhale, big exhale, left foot steps forward between the hands, give help if it needs it. Back foot spins flat. And we stand up to warrior one, making sure those hips stay looking forward. Bending only as deeply as you want. Next inhale, extend the front knee. Exhale, sitting down, warrior two. Stretch long, pull in tight. Drishti or gaze over the front middle finger. Extend the front knee, reverse the front palm, touch the back thigh, extended reverse warrior. Gazing where it works for your neck. Bend into your front knee, reach your arms. Spin the back toes so they're looking forward. We find that stability and we're going to launch off of that leg. Try to keep those hips square. soft knee or extended knee. Breathe, 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 and release. Coming down, finding that child's pose. Any version. Coming back to your breath and your intention. Let's go ahead and come on up. Have you tuck your toes. And we'll walk the feet into the hands. And just relax the neck, ragdoll, little forward fold. Soften the knees and we'll roll up. As promised, we're working up to that quintessential one leg balance. Our Vrksasana, our tree pose. So I didn't mention this before, but I did this on purpose. That if you're standing with any cushion underneath you, this is going to make you feel less balanced. So if you're on a mat or on the carpet or both, that's going to be harder than standing just on the hard floor. You're probably barefoot, but if you had a shoe on, that's also going to create some instability. So if you want to step off of your mat, for example, that would be just fine. Now again, you can stand on that straight leg with lifted kneecap or soft knee. Think of your foot as a tripod of stability. Base of your big toe, base of the little toes, and your heel is your tripod. When those abs and glutes squeeze tight, it also helps us balance. If we're gazing at a still spot on the floor somewhere in front of us, that's also going to encourage the balance. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to stand on that strong right leg. That left knee is going to look out to the side. Many options here. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze my glutes and abs. You can keep those toes on the floor. You are already in tree pose. If you want to go further, foot comes to the calf. We never want to put pressure directly on the knee. So if you want to come a little further, we can pick that foot up and bring it to the thigh, just not to the knee. Squeeze those abs and glutes. If you feel good, maybe you take those arms up overhead. Maybe you even open those branches. Try to come out the way you came in. Very nice. Maybe you feel a burning sensation all through that right leg and foot. Very normal. It's all those muscles working to help stabilize you. Now we'll stand on that strong left leg. Hands to your heart. Find your still spot to look at. Lift the quad or soft knee. Right knee looks out. Toes can stay on the floor as we squeeze the abs and glutes. Maybe we bring that foot to the calf. Maybe we bypass the knee and bring that foot up to the thigh. If you feel good here, maybe we reach. Maybe we open the branches. Try to come out the way you came in. Very nice. Shake it out. And just take the legs wide. Let's just sway the body. Nice, easy sway. And remember, you feel wobbly during our balance, that trees sway. Sometimes they even fall down. So if you lost your balance, that's all right. We are going to do it again too. So let's take a tiny back bend. We'll take those feet right together. Squeeze your thighs. Fingers on top of your butt, looking down, shoulders down. We're just going to press the hips forward. Maybe look forward, up, or drop your head back. Stand up tall slowly. Just a nice way for us to release before we do that balance again. Yes, we're doing it again. And as it goes with balance a lot, our balance becomes better with our repetitions of it, even if your body's a little tired. So that's good. Challenge it as you need to. Palms to your heart. We're standing on the right leg. Left knee looks out. Toes can stay on the floor. Abs and glutes squeeze. Imagine lifting taller. Maybe the foot comes to the calf. Maybe we bypass the calf to come to the thigh. Maybe that heel draws way up into the groin, just like we did toward the beginning of our practice seated. Maybe we reach the arms. You can stop at any point. If you need an extra challenge, maybe you take your gaze up. Try to come out with as much control as possible. Shake it out. Very nice. Even down in our foot, we have muscles, tendons, ligaments that need stabilizing and strengthening, and we feel those working when we're balancing. One more time. Standing on your left leg, soft knee or extended. Knee looks out, palms to your heart. Toes can stay on the floor, or maybe the foot comes to the calf. Or maybe we bypass the calf to bring the foot as far up into the groin as it can come. Abs and glutes squeeze tight so we lift taller. Maybe we reach the arms. Maybe we open them. Maybe we bring that gaze up if we need an extra challenge. If we're fighting for that balance, that's just fine. Come out the way you came in with as much control as possible. Shake it out. Shake it out even more. So if that wasn't super controlled for you, that's okay. I am having an okay day for balance, not for hip flexibility, just the way it is, and that's all right. Bring your feet together, squeeze your thighs, hands to your booty. Fingers look down, little back bend. Stand up slowly. And we're going to come all the way down onto our mat. So maybe we take the opportunity to feel those abdominal muscles working one more time. Sit tall, and then we round the back. You can hold on to the thighs or reach forward. So unlike our boat pose, we have a round back now, but we're going to try to come down one vertebra at a time till we're all the way down. Stretch your left leg long. Draw your right knee into your chest. Give it a hug. Maybe roll that ankle one direction and roll it the other direction. Take that right knee across your body, spine twist. Open your right arm and look toward it. Releasing the back and the hip even more. Draw your right knee into your chest, left knee in to meet it. Extend that right leg to your mat, hugging that left knee into the chest. Roll your ankle one direction. Roll it the other direction. Take your left knee across your body, guided by your right arm. Open the left arm and look toward it for spine twist. Draw your left knee in, right knee in to meet it. Hold your knees and rock on your back. Or grab the insides or outsides of your feet for a happy baby and rock around. Give your back a little massage. Ananda Balasana. Maybe you even stretch one leg out. Maybe you stretch the other one out. Whatever you need to do. And do whatever you need to do to prepare for Shavasana, our final resting posture, corpse pose. If lying on your back is not comfortable, you could lie on your side. That's a great option. Do any other postures, or I know sometimes you like to cover up with a blanket. We're just going to let go all of those muscles that you worked. I'll set a little timer for our Shavasana. All those muscles you work, that you worked through our practice, melt like a stick of butter in the hot sun. Where you maintained a nasal-only breath, feel free to just breathe naturally now, even if that means mouth breathing. Close your eyes and let your mind drift away to somewhere very, very peaceful. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, slowly waking them up. Rock your head from side to side. And when you're ready, roll on to either side into a fetal position. When you're ready, use your two strong arms to push you into a comfortable seated position. Does not have to be crossed leg, but it can be. Sit up tall. Feel strong because you are. Remind yourself of your intention and thank yourself for working toward it. Thank yourself for challenging your balance, as it's so functional and practical to work on for our daily life. And let all the benefits of our practice go with you into your life. Take a big inhale, reach up. Exhale through the mouth. Thank you so much for letting me teach you today. Namaste. Folks, thank you so much for joining me. And like I mentioned, the next few weeks we're going to be working toward different types of postures that are very quintessential to our yoga practice. This is appropriate for beginners. Feel free to get the whole family to join. You don't need anything special or have any prerequisites to do it. So next week we'll work toward a quintessential arm balance, crow pose. Fun stuff. Have a great one.